Imagine booking Bermuda, getting an email 2 days before you sail, and finding out you're going to Canada instead. That's what happened, and here's why I'm only like half mad at Virgin Voyages about it. If you want the Virgin Voyages updates without doing all the digging, welcome to Ship Happens. This is the VLVT.travel roundup of all things Virgin Voyages. Earlier this month, Valiant Lady was due to sail from New York to Bermuda, as those itineraries go, but on April 4th, about 2 days before they were departing, Virgin sent sailors an email from the COO explaining the change. Bermuda was out and St. John, New Brunswick in Canada was in. The reason was the weather, winds of like 20 to 35 knots, gusts of up to 50 knots, big swells of 10 to 16 feet, so docking at Bermuda wasn't safe. Sailors got $100 in sailor loot and they're sure things were refunded. I thought the COO letter was thorough and direct. Someone did read it aloud on TikTok, however, and hearing someone, affected by it, it was a bit different. That got 3 million views. Virgin then obviously had to respond publicly. They did so and said the original communication wasn't it. It hadn't landed the way that it should. They followed it up with some mean posts asking NASA to help with the weather. But overall, not a great outcome. I totally understand that the safety call was correct and that, the conditions were not optimal. But the real lesson here was, did they get it right in how they kind of did the technical part versus the actual impact of someone's trip? That's a very, very different thing, going from Bermuda to a coastal Canada location. So I guess as a bit of a word of warning, if you're booking a New York itinerary, it's worth knowing that this could change. Whether you're on Virgin or any cruise ship, your itinerary is not fixed. Mother Nature could play a role. But we're hearing it could be why Virgin is not going to sail from New York, much longer. So let's see how that plays out. Virgin is also trialing optional shared dining tables. So you may even be able to book a slot even if your party doesn't fill the table. You can opt in to share with other sailors, and it is an opt in. You're not going to be forced. It does say on the booking portal, which is only the internet at the moment, the app isn't showing it, that it is a shared table. This is really going to solve a problem that Virgin has had where booking dining has been a bit of an ordeal for lots of people. So hopefully, if it rolls out properly, it really is a meaningful fix for one of the most common complaints about the reservation system. The next thing we learned this week is that the Eat and Drink Festival is back for its 5th year, running across September, with even Brilliant Lady being able to join this year. We've got longer itineraries and obviously Alaska happening. We've got Mediterranean and there's an Iceland sailing during that time. There's also been a bit of a tease about a new Manor event as part of the lineup. We haven't got the full details, but it does look like it's going to be a more sensory experience, which is very exciting. And to wrap things up, it's the time to look at the semi-annual sale for 2026. It's going through from now to the April the 30th. You can see rates from $89 per sailor per night if you're open to a lock-it-in rate. And there's a whole bunch of sailings that are part of this deal. It's not just a standalone offering. You can actually stack it with some of the other deals, like the spring sailing. So you could even get sailor loot if you qualify. And of course, booking through a first mate like VLVT.travel can also sometimes get you extra sailor loot. So have a look at what's available or get in touch with us and we'll be more than happy to see what's there and how we can help you get. So that's all for Ship Happens this week. I'm Ben. We're at VLVT.travel, a gold certified Virgin Voyages specialist. And if there's anything you've heard from this week that makes you think about a voyage, let's plan it. Get in touch. See you next week.